Hello, everybody. Mike from Southern California again, and you're on the mic. So, today is the day, folks. The day we've kind of been waiting for. The day Judge Shupp had ordered all the parties involved in the defamation suit, Vic's defamation suit, to mediation. This is the day they have to have an agreement done by this date, or he'd be ruling most likely tomorrow. An update: no agreement has been reached up to this point. They may still be going, as of 11:32 a.m. on here in California on Thursday. No updates in terms of, since last night's update from Nick, that there's been no deals done. Aside from that, basically everybody involved has basically been quiet on the matter, with the exception, of course, of Jamie kind of taunting this and that, but, so with that all being said, if nothing gets done by, I guess, the end of business in Texas today, by the end of business today, then Judge Shupp will most likely, according to Nick, Judge Shupp should most likely be ruling tomorrow, unless something extraordinary happens to where he pushes the ruling to Monday. From what I understand, he actually has to rule on it by Sunday. I think October 6th, because it was September 6th was the last hearing, so 30 days. But unless something extraordinary happens, the ruling on the remaining counts will most likely be tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and just give a quick review on the possible outcomes, rulings that I'll start with the least likely and work my way towards what I believe is the most likely. So the one I believe is the least likely is that Judge Shupp overrules his previous dismissals and also moves forward with the remaining counts. He basically overrules the majority. Maybe not T.I. as much on Jamie and defamation, but he's the least likely of all these that he overrules his previous rulings and brings Jamie back into it on defamation, civil conspiracy, brings back the civil conspiracy and vicarious liability against defamation, and then also rules to move forward with the remaining counts. If he were to do that, likely Funimation, basically John Volney and Sam Johnson would likely appeal those aspects of it. Well, if Chupp also, of course, brings back the TI against Monica and Ron, then all the defense will most likely, if he does overrule his previous rulings, and the defense will most likely appeal that, as they're also moving forward with the remaining counts. This to me seems like the least likely because it seems to be the most troublesome, I would think. But then another one, the second option is that he dismisses the remaining counts and then it goes to appeals court, because if he dismisses the 5 remaining counts, actually I believe that one's the least likely, because here's the thing, going back to the first case scenario where I actually think it is more likely he could possibly overrule his previous ruling, especially if he's seen how Jamie has been behaving on Twitter. After he basically specifically told them not to instigate with people, I could see the judge possibly getting a little miffed at that and saying, something, Jamie, you're acting like a brat. I told you to knock it off. You didn't, so that's right. You're back into this, which would of course lead to, her attorney appealing that. This other case scenario where he dismisses the remaining counts, which I think is now the least likely. I think now I think about it, actually him dismissing the remaining counts and waiting for Ty to appeal them will probably be the least likely now, because again, I think if he's aware of what's been going on, might just be easier to move forward on the, now, I'm sure that Ty will likely appeal. Maybe he won't appeal every count, but he'll most likely appeal the TI against Monica and Ron. He'll appeal defamation against Jamie and the civil conspiracy against Jamie and defamation of the vicarious liability against them. Those remain. So he might bring back like 6 of the counts that he 6 of the, I guess, 8 accounts that, or 6 of the 10 accounts that he previously dismissed or something like that. But I do believe it's now the least likely that he'll just dismiss the rest of them and then have Ty appeal them. My own personal opinion is the most likely scenario is he's going to rule to move forward on the remaining accounts, on the 5 remaining accounts of defamation against defamation, Monica and Ron, and then the civil conspiracy. And then Ty will not only be doing that, but also be appealing, the other cases as well. Basically, any which way about it, it's going to get appealed. Any which way. I think he was hoping maybe they could settle in mediation, but as Jeff Sand was reporting on Twitter, hopefully the judge will see how, in particular, Jamie has been behaving, reacting and behaving, and maybe he'll just, kind of send a message to the defense, hey, we're not going to do these kind of shenanigans. You guys are all back in court now because of this. But, so that's probably the long and the short of that. Aside from that news, there's one other bit of news that's come out in the last couple of days. So Chris Sabat has responded to the casting couch rumors scandal, and of course he's denying it. Of course, that's a no-brainer. Well, he's saying, well, I haven't been accused of anything. Well, as Jello Flash pointed out, yeah, you did. Yeah, somebody did actually accuse you. Chuck Huber in that affidavit actually accused you. Okay? Now, maybe none of the, victims of the casting couch have come out. Well, Stephanie Nadolny kind of has, but again, right now it's just all rumors. But considering like the funny leaks and some of the other controversies, Funimation is really not looking all that great right now. So, but I'm sure that story, there's probably more to come from that story. And also just going back to the court case for a moment, if Funimation, if they do end up if the case does end up going forward, Sony might put pressure on Funimation to settle. So I guess that's all I'll wait and see. So anyways, you guys can check out the links below. You guys want to check out the links below. My Twitter handle will be down there, so if you want to contact me directly, you can. I'm also, of course, promoting a number of other dubbing companies. Because remember, guys, Funimation is not the only game in town. Other dubbing companies that have great work that you guys should check out. Just hit the links down there. And then also, of course, I'm promoting Vic's GoFundMe. I'm promoting Vic's GoFundMe as well as this Ortiz's family's GoFundMe and that Umbrella guy's Indiegogo. So as always, guys, never feel like you have to donate. Never feel pressured to, because nobody wants to see you go bankrupt over. If you have the means to, and it's on your heart to do so, please consider donating. If you know, if you've already donated, please consider donating again. And if you're not able to donate, you can at least still share. Can at least still share the link to, maybe somebody in your network of friends might have it on their heart to donate. And also, if you like this content, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I always look forward to the conversation. As long as it's respectful. I mean, we can agree to disagree. Good conversations are always good to have. As long as they're respectful, no harassment or taunting or anything like that, and nothing nasty either. Okay? And with that, remember, let's keep the conversation going, because you're on the mic, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.